Hey there. I am thinking about hard things, and we all have hard things that we get to do in life. And when I think back to my childhood and when times were tough, one time I decided I'd run away. I've heard a lot of people tell this kind of story because I think we've all done it one time or another. But I can remember just leaving a note and thinking how sad they were going to be, and getting my violin and my important things to go on my bike with me. And I only got about probably a mile or two away from home when some big kids started joshing me and kidding me and acting like they were going to take my violin out of the basket on my bike. And show you how old I am. I had a basket on my bike. And I got so scared that I turned around and I went home. So when I got home, I just knew that there would just be this, overjoyous return. I hadn't been gone very long, but nobody even noticed I was gone. So I think back to that time often and realize how small those problems were compared to what we go through in life, and how the things that we go through that are difficult make us stronger, and that we can look at them that way. I grew up in a little bit of a dysfunctional home. Great family, but just dysfunctional in a lot of ways, and maybe that's more common than I'm thinking that it was. I've been rereading my journals, and there was a lot of fighting and a lot of yelling, and I wanted to be away from that. It was constant, and I wanted to escape. I wrote often of how that's not how I want my home to be someday. And yet I became a yeller, as I've said in past podcasts, and very thankful that I learned how to finally stop yelling and have things be positive. That was with Joe's encouragement. So for the most part, we were able to have a much more peaceful home. Okay, so I'm still reading through my journals. Got a long ways to go because I'm quite a journal writer. And I'm dreading getting to certain parts. I told Joe I have this block. I'm like, okay, I'll find other things to do. I don't want to read this next section because I remember the hard things that I did go through in life, or the difficult times. And it was some occasions when I was misjudged really badly, and word spread, even though I didn't do something that somebody said I did. There's been times when it is so hard because I wished I'd handled things differently. I wish I could go back and make some of those choices differently. And then of course there's habits that I've had that have created situations and difficulties for me that I wish we could change. But we all have things we wish we could change, and we all have things that have been difficult. So I'm realizing that those have made me who I am, and that's okay. Who I am is who I am, and those difficult times maybe made me stronger. They taught me something. I heard something just last night. Somebody said, so I've always heard you learn, you either win or you fail. You either win or you lose. You either succeed or you fail. Those two opposites. And this person said, you either win or you learn. And what a great attitude to take, because the things that we do that are maybe not the right choice in life, or the hard things that we go through, that's where we learn. That's where we learn to do better. So some of you have had a lot harder things to go through than I have. So who am I to think that anything I go through is difficult? I look at some things that others are going through, and I think I would never want to go through that. The grass is not greener on the other side. I'll take my trials and the things that I have had to go through. But there's joy on the other side of whatever we personally go through, if we can learn from it, and if we can handle it and know that we're growing and move forward. So the key to that for me is finding peace. And maybe it's because I've raised this large family, and so my house has been very, very noisy most of my life. Grew up with a big family, had a big family, And now I just want peace. I just want peace and quiet and feeling calm. And we don't always get that, but we can. And I'm going to encourage you, make time for you. A little me time every day, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's behind the bathroom door or closet door. Find a few minutes of time to meditate, maybe read your scriptures. Maybe it could be a prayer. Maybe it could be a chance for you to slow down and calm down and get more resolve built up to handle the difficult things. We all have those difficult things, but if we take that little bit of me time every day, then we can feel ready to move forward through the difficult things. So, I find myself sometimes just dwelling on the negative experiences, the worries, and I have to retrain my brain. Retrain my brain when I start down those paths. Oh man, why did I do this? Or golly, I wish I didn't have to go through that. Just retrain it to go, that's okay. Moving on. And I actually do motion with my hand where I kind of push everything back and just get it back. And then I bring the good things in. Just bring the good in. Feel peace. Because we can do hard things. And I'm still working on it. But I think it's a lifelong process. We can do it. We can do hard things. Thanks for joining me.